All right, folks, we're going to take just randomly the key of G. You do. In the key of G, I'm going to go over all the things that are in it, and I'm going to try. I got 15 minutes I can do a video, and then the YouTube won't be allowed to post anything longer. E natural minor comes from the key of G major, which means all the notes in it are the same. Start with the G note, play the same notes. Same notes. You're just starting with the other note. Now the note just before the G, that F sharp, okay, that's a low crane flavor if you go F sharp to F sharp. The E was natural minor. It's called Aeolian. That's the modal name, but it's just natural minor. This has got a diminished flavor to it. All I'm doing is playing notes out of G major, but I'm leaning to the F sharp note from the key of G major. And that's a diminished flavor. Played those in forever, the arpeggios. And then when you get to your G major right here. Okay? So there's tons learning a key, that's what we're going over quickly, opens the doors to tons of creativity. And yes, there's unlimited things you can do outside of this. This is kind of in the box, if you will. This is the key of G major. Here's the different modes that are in it and in what they look like, playing them. And then the next position up would be A, and it would be A Dorian if you went A to A. So if somebody plays something and I hear them playing, it could be an A minor to a D. Or it could be something more fancy than. That I would play the A Dorian mode or out of all the scale blocks of G major. But you could make that more fancy. Just another idea that you can do. It's the same thing as this, and I'm doing it back. And this is just a D sus instead of just the D chord. So you can take things and make them more fancy. You can add a little more to them. So the A Dorian. And you can use your A minor pentatonic, obviously. One of those other notes, you get that Dorian flavor right away, you know. You know, with that, all from G major. So that means in a G major song, you could have a song in G major and not even have a G chord in it. You could have all the other chords around it. Never have a G chord, but that's key of G, because all the chords speak that. E minor, a C, a D. So anyways, you could use E minor pentatonic in a certain song, as long as you play it where it's going to fit. A minor in a song that's in G. You could you can use some of a B minor pentatonic in the right places. Just basically you look at what all the notes are. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. So even in B, there's a B in G, and there's a D. And all these notes. So there's 3 minor pentatonics that oftentimes can be used in a song that's in a certain key, in the right place, you know, whatever. But you can add those other notes to it where necessary. So then your B would be a Phrygian flavor. Then we're all in G major. So it's all G major. There's all kinds of things in the key, you know, that you can create with. What? It's not B minor, that's B Phrygian. The B minor, natural minor, would come from the key of D. In the key of G, your natural minor is E. All right, so then you get to the C, and you got C Lydian. You hear a lot of that in ballads and stuff like that. I think Hart's got that. How's it go? Flavor, you know, they're just using that. That's out of the key of C, but they're playing out of the F, which is relative to what I'm doing here with the C in G. All right, so you got Ionian is your major, in this case G. Dorian, Phrygian, we just did Lydian, now we're going to do D Mixolydian, and then after the Mixolydian it's your E natural minor is Aeolian. We started with that down there. So now we'll go to the D Mixolydian. That simple kind of stuff is heavy on the Mixolydian flavor. One of my favorite modes. Where am I now? So that's another form of an E minor right here. So there you go, G major. And you know, get to where you learn all the blocks in that, and you'll come up, it opens the doors to a boatload of creativity. Of course, they're not necessary to know. You can create things outside. This is just in the box, and I haven't even started to tap into what's in them. Just the stuff I've created is, I got hundreds of them just out of a simple key in the box. Learning your chords, you know, where the variations of your chords, you know, just finding all that stuff, finding where all where that one major note scale is, everywhere it is. In every block, you know, they're all over the place. And then when you want to jam to something, say if it's an E minor, whatever the progression might be, but say it leans towards E minor chord. No. whatever, you know, you can play out of any one of them blocks. Anywhere you want, come up and create a melody out of it. Anywhere, you know, but if you learn the blocks, you can play out of the C one I just went over. Start in the C block and play it to the E minor chord. Out of the A Dorian block, you know. So you're not limited to the typical 2 blocks or E minor. Well, I can play here and open. No, you got everywhere in between. Wherever you want, whatever you want to hear, you know. And I'm arpeggiating a D there, and I'm arpeggiating a C here. But I can play to that E. You know, and give it flavor, but just lean towards the E note or its harmony, the B or whatever. So there's a quick short lesson on learning a key. There's only 7 blocks. They each have a modal name to them. So if I hear a track or something, you go on YouTube and just find anything. I'm not talking about cover stuff. Somebody already created that. There's no creativity in that at all. You're just learning something somebody already created. I'm talking, my teaching's always geared toward learning the fretboard and getting creative yourself with, you know, that. So, there you go. So this one was just out of G major. Anyways, this is out of tune. I didn't check it. I just grabbed these from up in the bedroom and brought them downstairs, turned it on. The battery's almost dead in the camera. I figured I'd whack a video out and download it while the camera's charging for the next one. We'll do the next one with some high gain, and we'll use Greenie and get loud. But that's just a lesson on bare bones G major. Have a good one.